Hi. After yesterday's reveal for Dragon Age Veilguard, almost a Dreadwolf, um, a lot of people haven't really liked the trailer. For the reasons are it's just the art style, and it's like okay, like I in my previous video I did mention people not really liking the art style change, and it's like whatever, right? But like to me, I don't really think it's that bad, and additionally, it's not really true. Now this is information being released after the fact. As you can see, like here is like what the in-game will look like, right? And this looks very different from what we were shown in the trailer. And that's because Dragon Age has a proud tradition of having their trailers look nothing like their base game. Right, Dragon Age Origins trailer. And then we can just quickly look here. Here's Warden Calling. Here's 2. And then here's Inquisitions. He spelled it correctly. Gameplay. Official trailer reach. Yes. And then when you look at all this, right? When you look at all this, none of these look like how the actual game looks. This looks completely different. Now the thing is, people aren't going to complain about these ones because they like it. Simple as they just like it. Now that's a bit unfair, I think, to criticize, and shows to me the sort of underlying issue, which is people just want to hate BioWare. That's it. That's literally it. There's no other reason other than just like, hey, I hate BioWare. I want to criticize them because I hate them. It's like, okay, sure. Like, I don't know, be honest about it then, because none of the things that we've seen about the game really looks that bad. Like, look at this. That looks fine. Let me see if we can go down a bit more. I think there should be more. Is it up here? Like, this looks fine as well. Like, all of this like looks okay, you know. There was one specifically of a close-up to a character. I can't see if I can find it. But it looks fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with the in-game version, and even the trailer version, right, isn't that bad. Like, look at this. This isn't like that bad. You know, it's to me honestly just people doing what they've always done with BioWare for some reason, which is hate on them for no reason. And I want to go through this video. Now, this video, Spell and Shield, the video's in the description, right? I'm simply just going through this, not reacting to him, but mostly using him as a jumping off point to criticize the people who have been like hating on Dragon Age, right? And like talk about it. So let's go. I'm going to 2 times speed it because yeah, we don't.
Okay, we've just witnessed the first.
I'm not gonna like take over the. I don't necessarily need to go like by the 8 minutes, right? I just need the arguments in itself.
Piece of media in my 10 years covering Dragon Age, the Veilguard. I think a lot of people, and I will point it out to you, have pointed out that the definite article is not necessary here. Veilguard sounds a lot better. And we saw a cinematic trailer of what the game appears to be like, and above all, the companions. Now, companions have always been important in Dragon Age. You can romance them, you can befriend them, and they are essential elements of the game, so it kind of makes sense that they would show the companions. But in terms of story and what it's all about, obviously they can't spoil stuff. I would have liked to have seen something maybe related to Solus or what have you. But I think the thing that's gotten to everyone, myself included, is extreme cartoony, almost Play-Doh style art. And that seems to be an even greater departure from previous games. I've said before, in terms of Dragon Age, every game iterates in a different way. That also includes the art style. But I have to say, I'm disappointed by the art style. I'm also disappointed by the aesthetics of the characters. They all look rather odd in their own odd way, at least based on the trailer. And some of them, or at least their presentation, looks outright silly. Now, we still have to wait until Tuesday for actual gameplay, because that's going to be the true moment of truth, no pun intended, because then we're going to actually see gameplay. This is a cinematic trailer. It may or may not be directly relevant to the game and to the gameplay.
Now, just as you were looking at this, right? Like, I want to... The only part of the trailer I think that may be a bit of an issue is where... Okay, how... Not him. He's perfect, obviously. Where is the Veil Jumper?
Spoil stuff. I would have liked to have seen something maybe related to Solus
like,
or what have
you. You can say maybe there's some issues with there, and then where is the Kunari?
At least based on the trailer, and some of them, or at least...
Yeah, and then she looks like a bit of an...
The presentation.
You can say that this trailer doesn't really do that, right? Like, okay, those ones look like a bit of an issue. But even then, I don't really think it looks that bad. Because again, like, it looks fine, you know? I don't see what the issue really is here, other than just people complaining, you know? Like... And let's compare and contrast. Okay, let's say Dragon Age Origins, right? Dragon Age Origins. Let's look at a random screenshot. Not that one. Sure, this one. Let's take this. Now compare and contrast. Compare and contrast. Those don't look that different. Like, honestly, they don't look that different. Like, I don't get what people are saying that they look completely different and the companions look terrible. You know what the issue is? They saw the companions and they're not, like, generically hot. They don't look like Morgan. They don't look like just some randomly generically looking hot woman. And Morgan isn't generic, right? I don't think so. But they want this sort of, like, look to just be what they are. And like, I don't get it. It doesn't look that different. If anything, this looks a lot more real, a lot more true to the actual games themselves than every other trailer previously. The only reason people didn't mind this is because, damn, doesn't he look like a badass? Damn, doesn't Dragon Age 2 bad, but doesn't Hawk look like a badass? Like, look at him. He's so cool, dude. Inquisition. I don't know. People, I think, complained about how this looked ugly, which, I mean, Varric, my guy, didn't come out of this looking great. But the point is, though, is that this complaint that so many people are having, which is like cartoony, looks like Disney, or like as this video title, this is like, what do you mean, dude? Like, this doesn't look like a bad trailer. And additionally, this is like a cinematic, which all the cinematics of Dragon Age hasn't been consistent with their in-game appearances. This is just Dragon Age holding up a tradition. Like, and I'll get to an actual argument on what may be the issue with these constant art style changes. I'll get to that eventually, but I just want to say that most of the arguments that are being presented is just, I hate BioWare bad, because most of these people are only I don't know about Spell and Shield. Again, I'm mostly talking to a broad generalization. Is that people have been just talking about how bad BioWare is, and the only game that they've really played and enjoyed is Origins. Like, that's fine, right? If your favorite one is Origins, that's okay, you know? But man, dude, if your game is Origins and none of the other games are like that, maybe the franchise isn't for you. You know?
That said, I did not like the art style overall, and I did not enjoy the aesthetics, and they kind of look like Play-Doh. However, it is important to know who the companions are, because as many of you know, you only get to take 2 companions with you, and this time there are only 7 companions. A whole bunch of them appear to be rogues, so maybe you don't want to play a rogue as a main character, and 2 of them appear to be mages, and 2 of them appear to be warriors. So it looks like the following: 2 mages, 2
Mage. Rogue. What? I mean, I guess he's a rogue. I guess what is his name again? Lucius. I'm gonna have to. Oh, bloody heck. So I'm not a Dragon Age fan. Oh gosh darn it. I don't even know the companions' names instantly. Damn it. I'm not gonna look. But like, okay. And this is mostly just for me. This isn't really me responding. I'm just like, really, is it? Because the mage, warrior, rogue, definitely, rogue, warrior, and wouldn't this be a warrior as well? Because that would be 1, 2, like 2 mages, a warrior, another warrior. That's just 2 warriors. Wait, yeah, then there would have to be an imbalance. Personally, I think the mage killer is a Templar. Personally, maybe they have a subclass where I'm playing as like a warrior Templar. There's a subclass for rogues as well. Maybe there's that as well. But I personally think they're gonna be a warrior because it makes sense. Unless the Canari's a rogue, which like I guess so then. But personally, I think there's 3 warriors than anything else. Maybe I'm wrong and there's actually details.
Following: 2 mages, 2 warriors, and 3 rogues. And for myself, I'm fairly content that Scout Harding from Dragon Age Inquisition, that you can take with you, and you can romance her presumably as well. But again, she was plagued by the same art style issues that I have mentioned with respect to the whole trailer. Now, you might remember me saying, and I was not the only one, that everything hinges on Dragon Age, Dreadwolf / now The Veilguard in terms of BioWare's future as a studio. After so many shutdowns, EA would be all too happy to shut down BioWare if this turns out to be a flop. And the cartoony Play-Doh style.
Well, I mean, let's be honest, okay? EA will shut them down regardless. Like, what was it? Microsoft shut down the Hi-Fi Rush developers who made Evil Within, and like Hi-Fi Rush did well, like actually did well, and same with the Evil Within series, it did well, but nah, shut it down, I guess. So I think the thing is like EA may shut down BioWare regardless, which does suck to think about, but hey, I mean, it is.
Art style, he's not helping the cause, so to speak.
Yeah, what is his name again?
Play-Doh style art style, he's not
Lucanus. Oh.
Helping the cause, so to speak. If you go to the main channel of Dragon Age, where there's a separate trailer for Dragon Age The Veilguard, official reveal trailer is what it's called, you will see a like to dislike ratio, as of the making of this video, of 14k likes to 12k dislikes. That means there's practically a parity in terms of likes to dislikes. To 12k dislikes. That means there's practically a parity in terms of likes to 12k this video of 14k likes to 12k dislikes. That means
okay. Like, I don't know, dude. All the I'll hold on. I'm gonna do it. Behold my YouTube recommended. Dragon Age, Dragon Age, Veilguard trailer. Why is it Veilguard space? It's clearly like Veilguard one word. What the heck? Why are people doing that? Oh, two people. Like okay, like I don't have the. I mean, it's obviously changed now. I'm not gonna bother the guy for that. But like so many of the people here, like dude, like seriously, man. And look at this. This is only, honestly, this is only Origin fans. Fucking only Origin fans. Fuck off, Origin fans. Like seriously, dude. If you are gonna be here, fucking complaining and polluting this fandom, okay? How about you just go away then? Go away then. If this isn't game for you, why are you staying? Replay Origins. Do that. But then why are you here? Constantly fucking moaning and bitching about it. Like, holy shit, I can't understand it. It's like, anyways. It's like, yeah, sure. The comment section as well, like, does reveal that not a lot of people like it. But like, come on, dude. Like, this is clearly not people who actually give a shit about the franchise in any meaningful way beyond Origins, okay? Like, man, dude. And even Origin fans are fucking not Origin fans, okay? I'm more of an Origins fan, because I don't download fucking mods to skip half the content, okay? Origin fans, my best mod list, changing every character to look different, okay? Changing, being able to skip the fade, the deep roads, and literally every other thing I find fucking annoying, okay? Great, Origins fans. Like, holy shit. Like, I honestly don't get it.
There's practically a parity in terms of likes to dislikes. That is not a good sign. Because, of course, the die-hard Dragon Age fans will play this game. I'm going to play this game, regardless. I want to know how the story of Solas goes. I want to know what happens to the Veil. I want to know what happens in Thetis. Maybe I'm a fool, but I'm interested in the story. Not necessarily the companions, not necessarily the characters, not necessarily even in the gameplay. But if you separate the rest of us out, and I'm not even a die-hard Dragon Age fan, I am not necessarily the companions, not necessarily the characters in the story. Not necessarily the companions, not necessarily the characters, not necessarily happens to the Veil. I want to know what happens in Thetis. Maybe I'm a fool, but I'm interested in the story. Not necessarily the companions, not necessarily the characters, not necessarily even in the gameplay. But if you separate the rest of us out, and I'm not even a die-hard Dragon Age fan,
I mean, I don't know, dude. I think if you're not really playing Dragon Age or any BioWare game for its companions, I think you're really missing the fucking point, you know? Like, honestly, none of the BioWare's, like, games have, like, that innovative, like, stories. Every single BioWare game, except for, like, Dragon Age 2 and... yeah, I think just Dragon Age 2. Yeah, every BioWare game, even the cancelled ones, like, Agent, right, was literally a... big conspiracy to destroy the world was there. Like all BioWare games are some variation of Big Bang wants to destroy everything. Like whether and like Dragon Age Origins may have a bit of a different one because it's a bit more political with Logain and whatnot. But like honestly, dude, it is just a game about hey, the Archdemon fucking around and people not really addressing the issue, right? Like the only game that has like a really interesting plot is Dragon Age 2, and you know what? People fucking hated that game. Like grand. Like you're playing BioWare games for the story? Damn, dude. Like I don't think they have bad stories, right? They have really good presentations about them. I think that's true. But I don't think that like that's the point you should go with it, right? And again, maybe this is just I mean, I don't think it's just me, but this guy is clearly not really there for those other things, or at least he says he's primarily there for the story. Which is like fine, but like I don't know, dude. I feel like that's really missing the point. And I think that's like a surface not surface. I think what a lot of these comments, as I'm just thinking about it, a lot of them are very surface level, right? Like this one. Are you sure this is dark fantasy? Like, what is that supposed to imply? Are you supposed to say that, like, hey, things that look like that can't have dark fantasy? What are you fucking meaning, dude? Like, yeah, sure. Obviously, if it's more in line with dark fantasy, like ideas, the art style, if it'll be able to emphasize that a lot more. But the thing is, right, one, that's not emblematic of the actual game, and two, it's not that bad, dude. Like, holy shit. Anyways, back to the...
An above average fan. I have some knowledge of the setting, more than average. I like the setting, but it's not my great passion in life. And then you take the diehard fans that know everything about Dragon Age and will always love Dragon Age no matter how bad or good it might be. Separate those people out. What do you have? Who is the majority of the consumer base? They are casuals, for lack of a better word. The types of casuals who, when they played Mass Effect, simply played male shepherd soldier because that's what most people did. And if this cartoony, Play-Doh style art style does not appeal to people who have a vested interest in the game, do you think it's going to appeal to a broader base?
Okay, the people who are complaining are just Dragon Age Origins fans and people who just hate BioWare. This is not an actual like demographic, you know. It's the same people who keep like saying that like go woke or go broke, right? They may be a fucking they may be a vocal crowd, but they're a minority of that crowd, and also they're not fans of it, dude. I don't like if you're a Dragon Age Origins fan, you're a fan of Dragon Age. I do believe that, right? But like, if you only like Dragon Age Origins and literally nothing else, I think you're just a fan of that game. You know?
Of players who are casuals who might only play this game once, if at all, because maybe then they'll be disinclined to buy the game in the first place. And that's my concern. So much rides on this game. I want it to succeed, because I wouldn't mind another Mass Effect game. But if this was their best presentation, a kind of weird, upbeat, cheerful trailer with Play-Doh-style art, I'm not too sure about this. As you know, Dragon Age originally was conceived of as a dark fantasy setting. Dragon Age Origins, whilst it does have its moments of levity and humor, is a dark fantasy setting. There's a lot of death, destruction, plague.
Death, destruction, plague. Wait, hold on, let me finish.
People suffering, loss. Now, I'm not saying that's a beautiful...
Okay. One, that happens in all the fucking Dragon Age games, except for like plagues. Plagues don't happen, I think. I think that only in Inquisition it happens because people have been plagued with like the lyrium. But death, destruction, loss happens in every Dragon Age game, and it's gonna happen in this one too. Like, I don't. Like, dude, I don't know, dude. This is so fucking surface level, dude. It's so like, wow, this looks like this. I think I'm going to have an assumption. And he did say, like, when the reveal trailer for the gameplay trailer comes out, it's going to be a bit, it's going to sort of affirm or disaffirm what happened in the trailer, right? But, like, come on, dude. And also, like, come on, dude. Like, what is this one? Okay. So, you know why Dragon Age Veilguard has, like, music in it? Like a weird music trailer? I will show you. A long held tradition. I think this is the one. Son trailer. A long held tradition of all Dragon Age games, okay? Oh yeah. Now I'm not gonna play a bit of this, but yeah, Dragon Age, since its fucking inception, has always had music like this, for some reason. Why? Complicated. Mark Darrow, former Bio executive producer and also like consultant for Dragon Age, Veilguard, basically said it's EA. EA like kind of does this thing, and you know why people didn't really complain about this music? Because they think it's cool. That's it. Not because it's really anything else. They just think it's cool. I don't even think this is like really that descriptive. Like, sure, Dragon Age Origins has war in it, but like that's not really what Dragon Age Origins is about. It's not really about that. It's about how people with power prevent the people who can stop, disasters, right? You can really easily have Dragon Age Origins be an analogy for natural disasters, and how like the political climate prevents people from helping in those situations because it's not expedient for them, right? It's like, okay, you know? Hold on. In my last video I had a doggo. Here's another doggo. And yeah, and it's just like, I feel like this video is very unfocused, but like a lot of the complaining about this is unfocused. There's nothing really to attach itself other than just a vague, it's not like Dragon Age. And again, like look at it. I don't know, dude. Also, blue fucking eyes? What is this? The Wardens have never had blue eyes. This armor has never been in Dragon Age Origins. Like, I don't know, dude. I think... I don't get why people are like doing this, okay? For this one, people are like, nah, it's fine, it's okay, you know? It's like, oh my gosh. Anyways, the music and the whole nature of it is just a tradition that Dragon Age has been continued. Which is funny, though.
Full thing. But part of the beauty, as it were, the aesthetic beauty of the setting of the time was the fact that that was an element, making tough, difficult decisions that have an impact on your companions, the world, and everything around you. And the original trailers for that reflected.
What? That doesn't happen anymore? Huh? What? I think it happens still. I think that happens still. Like, in Dragon Age 2, like, you can sell Fenris back to slavery. Like, and people disagree on that. Like, I don't know, dude. I think that still happens in Dragon Age, dude. Like,
To that. It was grim. Now consider the story theme of Dragon Age.
and I don't know. Yeah, dude, it was grim, dude. But like, it's also this one thing, right? That like, people are looking for like over grimness, right? Oh yeah, someone being raped, someone being like killed in a brutal way. They're not really looking at psychological grimness or anything like that. They're just looking at very overt, like this is clearly grim, you know, which is like fine, I guess, if you like that. But like, come on, dude. Like Dragon Age has always had those elements, and it's still with it. You know, even in Veilguard, it's still with it. Oh, this is an image. Even with Veilguard, it's still with it. It's just like, it's just not in the trailer, you know. Like, and I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, yeah, sure, big fighting and whatnot, but this one is like fine as well.
Consider the story theme of Dragon Age: The Veilguard, and that is the utter destruction of the world as we know it. Something even worse than a mass darkspawn invasion, which takes a long time to destroy the world if it ever does. We're talking about the absolute destruction and sundering
If
of
it ever
reality
does.
as we know it. High stakes, big deal. And some of these characters, like the Veil Jumper, for example, the elf character, it looked like a Disney plot right there, jumping out of the veil with her smiling, saying yippee or whatever it was.
I did say in my previous video covering the reveal, I did say like I do think they're gonna have to explain why she is able to do a veil jump to like jump into the veil, because like that's only happened like 2 times with the Magisters, you know, bringing the Darkspawn and the Inquisitor, and both of those were like big events, you know. So I do think that they're gonna have to explain that in game why she's like that. I think there's a lot of good explanations and whatnot, but again, I don't think with this format of this trailer it was able to explain that. And I do think maybe they should have done something else to introduce her. But Veil Jumper is very easy enough, you know, you get the idea of her. But yeah, I can agree with that criticism.
I mean, contrast that, I don't know, with Darkspawn broodmothers and people being infected by Darkspawn. Now, maybe some of that
Fuck, dude. I honestly wish Dragon Age never did Broodmothers, okay? Because this has never fucking left the entire franchise, okay? For some fucking reason, people just want to keep gravitating towards, like, what about the Broodmothers? Dark and mysterious, and the poem that was there, it was so... Like, yeah, dude, it was. But it was good because it was being used purposefully. It wasn't just there to throw a random fucking wrench into the thing to make you feel fucking sad. It was there to show you what the Darkspawn thread really was and how impactful it is. Like, why are the Darkspawn like such a threat? Where are they coming from? Question answered. They're being birthed from kidnapped women who have been raped. Like, it was used purposely for that game. Having it in every single other fucking game or something like it just isn't going to be good because it's not being used purposely. It's just being thrown in there and then like, look at our Grimdark, look at our Grimdark, look at our Grimdark, look at the dark fantasy. It's like, stop with this bullshit. Like, stop. It doesn't make sense because all it ever is people just wanting to have like dark things for the sake of it instead of understanding what was purpose for. Dragon Age didn't like throw like I disagree with people saying that Dragon Age Origins is like needs to be adapted. If Dragon Age Origins is remade or remastered, they would have to remove a lot of the darker elements like the rape and abuse and whatnot. I don't think they have to do it at all. I think Dragon Age Origins handles it fine, you know, because it's very clear what it's talking about and why it's being used in that context. You know, it's not using it for like random shock value. You know, I don't think that at all. But like, it would be used as shock value if it kept going for every single game. You know, yeah.
They're still there for all we know. I don't know.
Not only that, I know for a fact people would fucking criticize the rest of the Dragon Age games if they ever try to do that. If they kept reusing the Darkspawn, they'd be like, Dragon Age is boring. It's lost the plot. It's reusing it too many times. People would legitimately have that criticism. You know, and yeah.
But this is really important. This is marketing. This is how you advertise things. The underlying tone is as important as anything else. And the underlying tone that was shown to us was one of levity, of joy. It's all fun. Just look how they portray Varric.
It's not... I don't know, dude. I don't know, man.
And Scout Harding in the bar. There's a bar fight. They're kind of joking. They're choosing the companions. I just don't think this is a great way to approach it. But as I said, ultimately, this is just a cinematic trailer. And the 15-minute gameplay that we are going to see this Tuesday...
I don't think what is being shown in the trailer is emblematic, right? Same as I don't think this trailer is emblematic. Wait, no. I do think this one is emblematic. This one isn't emblematic, nor is this one. The only way this is emblematic, all of these, is that you do the things that they did. Hawk does fight him. Your warden does fight Darkspawn. Your characters do fight demons, but like none of these are actual things that happen in game, right? And I don't know, dude. I think that's oh well, nearly picture perfect, huh? Whoa. Um, I don't know, dude. I really feel like not a lot of people are using their noggins here, and are just simply hating to hate, you know. And man,
Day will be, in all likelihood, a lot more revelatory, a lot more relevant, and a lot more important. Because it could be the case, and maybe this is a cope on my part, it could be the case that the art in the game is a fairly large departure from what we saw in the reveal trailer. Or it might be the same. Now don't get me wrong, the situation does indeed not look good. But I think there might be a silver lining here. All the information we've received thus far seems to indicate that they've had a lot of time and put a lot of focus into combat. So even though, for example, the combat system seems very much overhauled in terms of having two companions that you don't control, in effectively the same manner as Mass Effect, that's basically what they're going for, Mass Effect 2 or 3, they really seem to be focusing a lot on combat. And ultimately, and this might be some kind of strategy they've cooked up, if a game is fun, i.e. the combat is fun, that can oftentimes be the major selling point, because a lot of people think story is important, but a story with really boring combat, for most people these days, for quote-unquote modern audiences, is typically a no-go. You got the best story possible, and then some people might like that, but for most people they need entertaining...
Okay, I don't know. I think a game has to have good combat and acceptable gameplay, or good, or a good story with, or a good combat with acceptable gameplay, right? And if you don't have either, right, it does mean an issue. I think a lot of people are a bit hyperbolic with Skyrim, but like I do think that's somewhat true. Skyrim doesn't really have a great story, nor does it have really a great combat, but like, and it's remembered as such, you know. But take Fallout New Vegas. New Vegas has like, honestly, not really great gameplay. It's acceptable for an RPG, but it's not acceptable for any shooter. Okay, if any shooter launched and it was relying on its shooter mechanics, it would not pass any test. You know, so, and I think that's a bit of a weird way to think about it. You know, that hey, if it has like acceptable gameplay, if it has a good story but bad gameplay, no one, dude, that's not it, right? Like, I don't know, dude. Dragon Age Origins doesn't have phenomenal gameplay. The only reason people like it too much is because people have been like fucking delusional about it. You know, it's not that fucking fantastic. Okay, it's a watered down Baldur's Gate. You know, like, I don't know, dude. And I don't like Dragon Age Origins gameplay. Like, honestly, I don't mind. You know, I'm fine with acceptable gameplay because I'm there for the story. You know, I'm there for the characters, the companions. You know.
And engaging combat. And so my sneaking suspicion here, and I could be completely wrong, is that they have a very heavy focus on combat because they know that's what sells to modern audiences a lot more than story and other elements.
Oh, okay.
But again, I could be wrong on this. Look, if you have no interest in this game and are disappointed, I totally get that. The aesthetics are just way off. The characters look weird, and it's extremely goofy looking, at least thus far.
Yo, dude, it's like, wow, if you don't like it on the surface level, you probably... Like, dude, this is so fucking boring, dude. Like, man, is this really what the discourse has devolved into? I know for a fact that if Dragon Age Veilguard didn't look like that, people would have found another way to complain about it, okay? Because people have a Bioware bias, and they just want to fucking hate Bioware, you know? And it's the only studio I see this happens to. Like, I don't know why this happens to them. Maybe it's because of the brain rot that YouTube has been telling people that Bioware's like bad or some shit. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
So anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thank you for tuning in. If you like my content, you can leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. It'd be much appreciated. And I will check you out next time. Take care.
What the? Google. No. 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 Okay.
Covering Dragon Age.
So yeah, like, my thoughts. Again, I'm mostly using this guy's video, no hate on him, as a sort of a jumping off point. No, just look at some of the comments, you just get like a test on it. It's like this one. It's not just the art style, it's the whole tone of the trailer. There's supposed to be a pretty messed up world to live in. Tons of political backstabbing and multiple world-ending threats. It's good in some instances. Okay, where's the political backstabbing? 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 Fucking nowhere. Where's the political backstabbing? Where's the political backstabbing? Where's the fucking nowhere? Where's the political backstabbing? Where's any of it? Dragon Age games, trailers have never had that, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I feel like none of these guys have actually fucking thought of their positions. They're just like randomly typing on their keyboards, just like, yeah, this is what I think. It's like, dude, come on. Use your head. 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. So does mobile spin-off. Nice meme. I'm going to... Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's all Origins fans. It's just Origin. Yeah, man, it's just Origins fans. Oh, fuck off, Origins fans. Why Why do they have to determine discourse, dude? Why do they have to determine discourse on Dragon Age, dude? Can't they just leave? Like, dude, like, man, in my previous video, I talked about me not really liking the recent Assassin's Creed games, right? Even Mirage, I don't particularly like it, right? And, like, when I decided to, after I finished, like, Origins, was like, I don't think I'm going to play Assassin's Creed games anymore. They're not my thing anymore, they're not really appealing to me, and they've moved far away. You know, I don't want to play Assassin's Creed anymore. Does it suck? Sure it does. But I'd rather play games I like than not. And I'd rather participate in franchises that I like than I don't. I like Dragon Age as a franchise. I think it's amazing. I think it's phenomenal, you know? But, like, these people clearly don't think that. And if they don't think that, why are they there? And I'm not their mom. I don't tell them what to do. But, like, come on, dude. Like, honestly, dude. Do you not think it's important to understand what you like and go from there, you know? Like, I don't know, dude. Anyways, last thing I wanted to do. Last thing. I'm just gonna go through this. And just simply look at some comment sections. See what's hibbity happening in this thing. This one. So. That's true. That is a fucking griffin. Okay? Okay, I agree. Can't play him. I agree as well. Okay, so far this is good. Probably this is just Twitter. It's not Dragon Age. Okay. Okay, so not as bad as I thought. Not as bad as I thought. Yeah, not as bad as... Okay, I thought this could be way worse. Okay. Twitter being a bit better than YouTube, okay. Doesn't happen often, but... Okay, there you go. Your sun turn doesn't... This wasn't Dragon Age. Okay, cool. And this is literally the only reason why people are like, this isn't Dragon Age. This isn't Dragon Age. Is because, like, it doesn't look cool. It's not anything else beyond just, like, this gut feeling of, like, I mean, this doesn't look like Dragon Age. Like, man, dude. And I don't know, like, I will say I don't particularly like this, because, again, I don't like the implication that they're just jumping into the veil, like, willy-nilly. I don't like that. But that's because of a lore reason, rather than me disliking how the character is, you know? Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, dude. And yeah, there's nothing really else for me to go forward. Our expectations... Okay, yeah, nice meme. Nice meme. MOBA now. Oh, okay, cool. Throwing out terms. Yes. Yo, dude, and I just, yeah. I think Dragon Age Veilguard is going to be fine. You know? Now, you can say, like, oh, look at it, it has issues. Oh, yeah, here's the one. So then we can contrast this with, like, this is an in-game one, I think. Craft your Rook. Oh, it's official. Rook. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Oh, that's cool. Rook's the name. So this is in-game. I think... Yeah, you'll explore in-game, but these places even deep. Yeah, so this is in-game. So let's contrast this with... Where's Draven? It's not... What is it? Yeah, okay. Like, I don't know, it looks fine. Like, I don't know, it looks fine. It looks okay. And then, where is Tosh? Yeah, she looks fine. Like, I don't see the issues with any of this, right? Like, I don't know, dude, it looks fine. It looks okay. Like, same with all of this. Damn, dude, that looks good. Oh, this looks good. Oh, I love this. Look at this. Is this, Oh, this is definitely more true. Okay, dude. No dark fantasy. This fucking image. Holy shit. This image. Man, dude. This is, like, beautiful. Oh, more true. Oh, more true. Oh, so good looking, dude. So good looking. And also, I don't know, dude. It's like, oh, look, this is so artistic and gay and... Wait, come on. Okay, where is the Darkspawn close-up? There it is. Like, I don't know, dude. This looks funky. But you know what? People aren't going to say that, right? Because what they're going to say is, like, it doesn't look like Origins. Like, okay, and now here's the argument, right? The big issue, the issue I would agree with 100%, is this. Dragon Age Its biggest issue is its inconsistency. Dragon Age has gone from an art style, not an art style, I mean from a gameplay style. Let's just quickly look at it. Dragon Age. There should be one like this. Evolution? Okay, please don't give me like some Dragon Age bad. Okay, cool, thank you. Neat. Okay.
Hi everybody, this is Zit Game.
Thank you for this video of Zit Games. You're cool. So if you can look at this, Ryan, you can see. Here is Dragon Age Origins on console. Look, okay. That's what it looks like. It's a tactical game. You can pause when you want. You can issue commands to all your companions. You have 4 companions. That's what it is. Okay? What happens within Dragon Age 2? Well, you can see, at least on the surface level, there's a huge difference. Look at this. Like, look at this, like, a difference. And then if you look at the animations, that's when this guy goes, you're going to see, like... Oh, don't do this to me. Please, attack. Don't do this to me. Okay, yeah. You can see it's a lot more, like, violent, right? You can see it feels different, it looks different. And in some ways, it is very different, right? Origins is a lot more symmetrical, while Dragon Age 2 is a lot more asymmetrical. They're very similar tactic games, but they do have a difference in like the balancing from each side, right? From the player to the NPCs and to the AI. And so, like, that's a bit of an inconsistency though, because Origins was symmetrical and its combat wasn't as flashy. It wasn't trying to be that sort of like flashy style. And then you can get to Dragon Age Inquisition. And then you can see there's a lot more difference here. Now this is on console, but this is still like reflective of the PC version, right? Because in the previous games, you just had to click a button and your character would attack, but in this one you have to hold the button for your character to keep attacking. And there's a lot of difference here. Now, this inconsistency, I think, is the biggest issue with it. From gameplay inconsistency to sort of like some art style inconsistency as well. I think they're relatively similar. I think Dragon Age Origins and 2s are similar to each other. There are obviously differences. Dragon Age 2 is a bit darker, a lot more grayer, while Dragon Age Inquisition's a lot more different, right? A lot more shinier, a lot more brighter. And that inconsistency, I think, is bad. And if you tell me that, hey, I don't like how inconsistent the games are, and it seems like they keep doing that, and even these ones, right? Even this one. So, and if this is the issue that people are taking with, the consistency of it, right? Then, like, okay, I can agree with that. I can't really disagree with it, because I do value consistency in games, right? But no one's talking about the inconsistency of this game. No one's talking about how bad it's, like, from game to game, consistency-wise. They're just talking about, like, yeah, I hate those other games. They're not talking about the fundamental issue. Because the thing is, right, they don't care, they don't like it on principle, or at least it seems like that. And that's fine if you don't like it. But the thing is, right, I think it's a bit of an issue with your mind state if you can't see the value in these other games. If you can't see the value of Dragon Age 2, if you can't see the value in Dragon Age Inquisition, right? If you can't see why they're liked, then yeah, right? Because to me, the biggest issue with them is inconsistency. Not that they're bad games, but the fact that they just don't... They're not consistent with one another, which I guess they've wrapped around and made it a consistent thing. A consistency. So like every single Dragon Age game should be now like inconsistent. So the next Dragon Age game should no longer have the art style it has and should have a different art style or whatnot. Like I guess that's just how it is now. But again, like no one's talking about this, right? All the comment sections, all the on these videos and whatnot are just like terrible Origins fans who just hate the series. Buyer, please tell Mass Effect. For modern audiences. Yeah. All of them are just Origins fans who just hate it. Oh, and yeah, and this one as well. Fucking Baldur's Gate fans. Fuck off, okay? This is not your game series, okay? Respect your elders, alright? Like, dude, yeah. And that's it. I don't really have much else to say other than that. I think Veilguard would do well. I don't really get why so many people like keep acting like this is some like ruinous thing that Dragon Age is terrible, because no one has actually made any claims other than just like it looks off. Like, great dude, if that's the worst you can say about Veilguard, I think it's gonna be fine. I think it's gonna be fine, because there's a lot worse things that you can say. Because you know what, You know what would have happened to this character, like, in 2014? If we saw her, like, Dragon Age Inquisition has Sarah. Where is she? Like, right there. But if Dragon Age did anything like this with Sarah, I can guarantee you so many people hate it. Because now that the discourse has evolved, has moved on, we can actually now talk about things that are actually more important than just surface level things. This character over here would have an unusually amount of hate because of the way they look. But they don't. And I think that's good. I think because I know for a fact that the discourse would have then revolved around those characters looking like that and the aesthetics, but now it's not really like that. So I think it's gotten better, at least. So yeah. Anyways, sorry for this, like, even more randomly rambling video. I just wanted to get my thoughts on that because I was like, okay, this is just, like, really bad. Like, genuinely bad. You know, I just don't get it. This, for some reason, still doesn't want to work. Like, it's just bad. It's just terrible. But yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Perhaps considering liking, maybe even subscribing, that'd be something. And if you liked it so much, or if you hated it so much, perhaps you should comment down below. I'd love to chat. But yeah, enjoy.